So I've been coming across this situation for the last 6 years, pretty much every single week. Someone will call me up. They will want to discuss working together, and they're really, really smart. I mean, we're talking people that are attorneys, people that are in the finance world and have worked their way up to very high positions in the finance world. In fact, I had a client a couple years ago who was like the most successful uh, investment banker in his entire region. You know, doctors, PhDs. I've worked with a number of PhDs in neuroscience. I'll never forget those people because I'll see it come through on the application. I'm like, you got a PhD in neuroscience and you're going to get help from me? Well, I officially feel like I'm completely stupid now. But believe it or not, I knew significantly more than they did about mental health. And that doesn't mean that they were not way smarter than me in virtually every other way. But you would be surprised how many people have advanced, medical degrees or mental health degrees. Um, People that you think would have an understanding of how to regulate their nervous system that they just don't. But with that being said, I work with people all the time that are extremely smart, way smarter than I am. And you would think, well, if they're so smart, well, then why can't they beat these symptoms? But what I tell them is what I'm going to tell you. But that's actually opposite of what is true. Your ability to overcome the symptoms, particularly of depersonalization, realization, but it doesn't just include that. We're talking anxiety and panic too, but especially once DPDR show up because they're so mystical and terrifying and there's so much confusion about them. These people that have very strong minds, they're very intellectual, they think, well, you know what? I've solved everything else in my life with my mind. This will be no different, right? And they sit and they try to solve, they try to figure it out, they try to outthink the symptoms and outlogic the symptoms and understand the symptoms. And this can last for literally years until finally it's very humbling for them because it's never happened before in their life, but they finally say, you know what, this isn't working. And then they'll show up for a call for me and they still usually don't quite understand just how important the body is and that is why they haven't been able to beat this with their mind is because this isn't a mind issue. This is a body issue. And maybe you can solve every other issue in your life with your mind, but whenever it comes to anxiety, that's your body going into fight or flight response. And if you're dealing with depersonalization realization, your body is not just going into fight or flight, it is going into the freeze response, which is a trauma response. That's where also time can feel distorted, memory gets thrown off. You might have depersonalization, you feel detached from your body. You may feel detached from the material world. Friends and family may feel like strangers. Your own voice may sound weird. It gets pretty gnarly once you get into a trauma state. But especially in a trauma state, there is a disproportionate level of buildup in the body compared to generalized anxiety, of tension, adrenaline, emotion, and fatigue. And especially if they're very smart, usually they're up here all the time. And that's one of the reasons why they ended up neglecting their body. It wasn't intentional, but they left their body behind. And while they were up here, usually becoming quite successful, because of their strong intellect and their strong mind, their body was becoming more and more full of tension, adrenaline, emotion, and fatigue, right? It's like a volcanic eruption or a cup filling up with water, and then bam, they hit that overwhelm point. And yet, again, because it's procedural, for them to try to fix it with their mind. They just keep doing that over and over again. And because they don't have a history of not being able to overcome things with their mind, they think surely at some point I'll be able to crack the code. But if you're one of those people, I will tell you, this is the one code that you won't be able to crack with your mind. You need to befriend your body. You need to listen to your body. You need to release your emotions. You need to make lifestyle adjustments to make sure that you're not driving your body into the ground. You're not a machine, right? You don't have unlimited energy, and you need to relax your body as well throughout the day. And if you will do that, you will find that all the thoughts that you're experiencing and all the symptoms will indirectly go away. I mean, the second component to this is, as well as co-regulation, humans heal humans. Nothing will help you heal faster than a safe human that understands you. And I would love to talk to you if that may be me. I'm very good at helping people. I've been through the symptoms myself, but regardless of whether it's me, those are the two things that you really need to be focusing on, is getting your body in a much better state that will indirectly deal with all these thoughts and symptoms that you're experiencing, and then getting in front of somebody who understands you, that can help provide hope and a secure attachment relationship as you are learning how to befriend the body. So anyway, I just wanted to remind you, if you are a very strong-minded person, intellectual person, your mind is not enough. You're not going to beat this with your mind. You're going to beat the symptoms. Sorry, let me say that again. You're not going to beat the symptoms with your mind. You're going to beat them with your body. That is it. Smash like if it helped you, and I will talk to you very, very soon. If I can find the stop button. Where's it at? There it is.